I do apologize. Khadiji Hassan, followed by Yosef Barbin.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Dr. Muhammad Khan. I live at 1014 Lowry Ranch. I've been living in Corona for the last 10 years. My kids go to high school in Corona. I work at Corona Regional Medical Center, among other hospitals, so I am a lot of Corona. Most of the things have already been said by the members who spoke before me. And if there is anybody who is more concerned about the safety and congestion during the time of Friday 1 to 2, it is us as members of ISCN and as parents. I walk my kids holding hands, my 4-year-old, my 9-year-old, during that time between 1 to 2, and I see the traffic, and of course everybody is concerned, and we are most concerned as well. And yes, this issue is always discussed at our congregation. This is my first year as a board member at the masjid. We call it masjid in Urdu and in Arabic. So this is my first year over there, and we are definitely concerned about the safety issues. And we keep reminding all of our members to follow all the safety laws and all the traffic laws. And they are working on getting more security guards. We already have security guards who stand there instructing people not to jaywalk and park safely. Once in a while, people fail to follow instruction, but that is the case, anywhere. But we are trying to enforce everything we can, and we are definitely concerned. And in medical words, we call it's like a focused review going on in ISCN. People agree or not agree, looks like a focused review, and then it becomes up to the executive council. Once you have a focus review on one medical staff member, is it going to be a focus review on all the medical staff members, meaning all the religious places in whole of Corona? Are we going to check on all of them and go through all these issues one by one? Or we are going to make some safety decisions and whatever policy changes that needs to be made. But yes, we are doing our best to ensure Corona is a safe place. And in the beginning, as the pastor said, which I remember, is that the city is made safer and better by the people who live here, and we want to be among those. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Khadija, and besides being a full-time student at Norco College, I'm also part of the Muslim Student Association at Norco College. Starting this year, I also became the Girls Youth Leader at the Islamic Center of Society of Corona Norco. And as you may have noticed, some of the Mayor's Youth Council who came up here earlier are also part of the ISCN Youth Group. Today, I'm here to talk to you about how the youth program at the ISCN has been working diligently to come closer to the community. We consist of Muslim student associations from Santiago High School, Centennial High School, JFK Middle College, and Norco College. Together, we are working on different initiatives currently, like a homeless feeding program for the community, and we are also in the process of working towards creating programs like free tutoring and personal hygiene programs. These programs are aimed not just for Muslims in our community, but for everyone to be a part of, thus pursuing interfaith efforts. As an example of how the ISCN youth is beneficial to the larger community of Corona is that a few years ago, the student board representative of CNUSD was from my youth community. The youth at ISCN does aim to bring not just Muslims, but the entire community at large together and closer, and look forward to accommodating all your suggestions and complaints to make our youth program a successful one. Thank you for hearing me today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yosef?
Good evening. Madam Mayor, council members, my name is Yusuf Bagani. I live at 252 Villa Franca, and I am the current president of Islamic Society of Corona Norco. Thank you very much for putting this item on agenda. I am following this blog from the very first day when it was posted, and I do see that there is a lot of misinformation. It's been posted over there. So I'd like to clear a few of those things, as well as the answer of Jean on some of the issues. Number one, of how many members we have. We have 370 registered members in Corona. 370 registered members in Corona. We do have people come to pray who work in Corona but don't live in Corona. And we really cannot guess how many people are gonna come on each Friday. But just to answer another question is this, that are we planning to build another mosque? Well, there are 4 other mosques were built recently, and the people from Sierra del Oro and Green River area, the Muslims now go and pray in Yorba Linda Mosque. Those who used to come from Eastville and Norco area, now they go to either Chino or they go to Hurupa Valley Mosque. As well as there is another place where they're praying in Eastville. So there are different mosques are being built, and the pressure which was coming towards Corona is actually now releasing because they're going to different mosques. Also, there was mentioned that we are parking in Juan's parking lot. Let me clear something. We have prayers every day, but we don't have more than 30 to 40 people attend those prayers. Every Friday, we do have prayers where people come between 1 and 2:15. That's the only time we have people, more than 300 people come to our mosque. We have 2 events where we celebrate, just like Easter and Christmas, we call it Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. This year we celebrated on July 28th, and next one is on October 4th. We pray those prayers in a park. That's the only time our members use the Juan's parking lot. I have personally spoke to Juan's parking lot manager and asked them and notified them, and they told us where to park and where not to park. We also get the permit from from the park department, as well as they notify the police department that we're having these events. We also have a private security for all these events to make sure that all the laws are followed and the traffic flows smoothly. Also, if you guys know that I have sent you personally the letter when this thing started to tell you that what actions we already planning to take. The crosswalk, we realized the problem, and we actually submit the crosswalk plans even before this thing was started. And I was just told that today to Vicky Lee, the traffic engineer, the traffic crosswalk miler were delivered. Okay, so we already working on it. Yes, we did request it that we wanted to finish the crosswalk at the tail end of construction because of the money issues. But we realized that yes, there's the issue, and we already decided that we're gonna build the crosswalk as soon as it get approved by the city. That's the next project we're gonna work on. So we love to work with our neighbors. We really respect their concerns, and that's the same as our concern. Also, we have an open mosque day on October 19th. Between noon and 2, we like to invite every single citizen and our neighbors to come. We will give you the tour of the mosque. We will tell you who we are, okay? But one thing for sure, that we live in this city. Our kids play in the same Santana Park as everybody else. My kids and our kids go to the same schools as anybody else's kids. Our businesses are here, and we're here to stay. And we love this city, and we will love to work with any department and anything else to promote this city. As Hussam said, we will never want to trade this city for any other city. So I'd like to thank all of you for giving us the chance to speak today and for the great work you guys are doing. Thank you very much.
Great. Mr. Scott?
Yes, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
First off, I want to thank you, and we all thank you for your email as to steps that you are proactively taking. My question is, and I'm just going by those ones that I went over with Mrs. Gonzalez to make sure I'm checking them off. The question was, in regards to membership, is there a maximum membership number?
No, we do not have a maximum membership number because we really don't know. A lot of people are moving in, moving out. But of course, as it was mentioned, we will be building another mosque.
Right.
Rest assured that if we grow enough, we will be building maybe 2 or 3 mosques in Corona if it comes down to. But as of right now, we believe that the membership is not got to the point where we need to build another mosque.
Okay. Thank you.
Would, if it grows, I know you've already considered, and you're starting October or whatever that was, to have a second service. If the necessity and it continues to grow, would there be an ability to have, if need be, a third service so that, because it did address earlier with the occupancy, and I know that will be an issue that we have to make sure that we work within.
If it comes down to, yes, just for the record, the mosque in Irvine actually do have 3 services.
Okay.
Mosque in Tustin have 2 services. So yes, if it comes down to, we can split to 3. But let me just clear something also. This is a very a logistic issue for us, because we are trying to, as Hussam mentioned, that we are trying to expand our existing parking lot. But if we go to 3 services, we definitely will need a second exit or entrance. And we might come back to you and ask you that you allow us to open that up on Garrettson. Because when you have 3 services and people coming in and out within a 3-hour period or 2.5-hour period, we need 2 exits and ends. So we might come back to you and ask you to allow us to open up another exit or entrance on Garrettson.
Okay. Mr. Haley?
Mr. Bagari.
Bagani.
For full disclosure, I came to the mosque and took a tour, and thank you for that. I have 2 questions. In the worship area that you have now, the prayer area that you have now, about how many square feet do you have now?
As it was mentioned, I think it was 2,700, Joanne mentioned 2,700 and something. I don't have it, the exact number, but it's 2,700.
2745.
2745, and that's what you have right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In the new building, and we're going to call that the mosque?
Yes, sir.
Can we call it that, the mosque? You're going to have a prayer area for men on the bottom, and then you're going to have a, if I could use the word balcony, a
You can say
second story
Yes, sir.
for women worshipers. What's the total number of square feet you're going to have for the both levels?
If I'm not wrong, it's 3,450.
3,450.
And
So-
I'd like to take an opportunity, I'm sorry, to clear something. One thing is this, everybody's talking about we have 44,000 or 43,000 square feet of building. Well, that building contains 3 bathrooms, actually 6 bathrooms in there. We have different rooms. Right now, we're using 1 room for everything. We held the blood drive, and then we have to fold everything to pray, and then put everything back again. So right now, a multipurpose room is used for every single event, from blood drives to Covered California events or any other event. So right now, that big building, which everybody see and really worry about it, only 3,450 square feet is for the praying area. Everything else is now we designating different rooms for different activities. So in that way, we don't use the praying area as we do right now.
Good, thank you.
I think that was it. Is there anybody else wishing to address the council? Did you give a card? Okay, come on up.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're passing? Oh, you're waving. Okay, great.
You good?
I can't see.
Once again, thank you very much for having us and bring this up in open. So now I believe that most of the issues which were discussed in that blog are being addressed. And if there's anything else we can do, please come see us. Our neighbors, we welcome you. My phone number is on our website. You are more than welcome to call us. If you have any issues, we are more than welcome to answer anything and work with our neighbors. Again, thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay,
I have a question.
Mr. Scott.
Going through that list of questions that were posed, there was one regarding fire inspections. So I wanted to go over to the deputy chief and just ask him, Deputy, are we adhering to a rotation of inspections at this facility that is consistent with all worship facilities in the city?
Yes, we are.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay. With that,
One more.
Mr. Haley.
I have one more comment. Earlier, when this meeting first started, when this session, forgive me, when the session first started, I mentioned that we, the city council, can only make decisions upon the rule of law. and the rule of law as it exists today. Joanne, I'm going to make some statements. I want you to interrupt me instead of me interrupting you, okay? For houses of worship that have pews, I understand that we have to have one parking place for every 3.5 seats?
That's correct.
One for every 3.5. And for the mosque, which does not have seating, it's one parking place for every 25 square feet.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I just spoke to Mr. Bagari, and forgive me if I blew your name. You mentioned we've got about 3,450 square feet. Well, my math indicates that that's about 138 parking places.
Yes.
Fair?
Yes.
Okay, that's the rule. That's the rule, and that's the law. So the city of Corona, like Joanne mentioned earlier today, that the city is doing a job of following the rules as they are today. And because of that, we have to treat everybody fairly. And I think we're doing that. So I thank everybody for staying so late. I'm through.
Okay. With that, will we meet again on October? Calendar doesn't have. Do you have October on that one? October 1st. Before then, we will be approaching, rather appropriate, the Jewish holidays, the high holidays of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. And with that, I want to say Lashana Tova to our Jewish friends, and we will adjourn this meeting. Appropriate.